Hi everyone, my name is Miss Bearden. I'm a librarian for St. Tammany Parish Public Schools. I'm so glad you could join me today. Today we're going to read a story called Cat Kong. This story is written and illustrated by Dav Pilkey. Dav Pilkey is a fabulous, funny author. If you've never been to his website, it's at pilkey.com, Pilkey.com. And there you'll see some of previews of some of his new Dogman books. You'll have information on Captain Underpants, Dogzilla, Dumb Bunnies, their activities, as well as a story about what it was like when he was a kid and how he got started in drawing and writing stories. It's a great website. Go visit it sometime. And now for our story, Cat Kong. Cat Kong, written and directed by Dav Pilkey. Starring Flash as Professor Vincent Varmint, Rabies as Rosie Rodent, Dwayne as Captain Charles Limburger, and Blueberry as the monster. This book is rated TS for terribly silly. Some material may be too silly for grown-ups. And at the bottom it says, all the animals used in these photographs are the author's pets. No harm came to them in the making of this book. One dark and perilous night, 3 mouse explorers sailed toward a strange, uncharted island. Captain Charles Limburger steered the tiny vessel, while Dr. Vincent Varmint and his beautiful assistant, Rosie Rodent, looked on. When they reached the island, the 3 explorers were astonished. A group of natives was performing an ancient ceremony, offering up a sacrificial can of tuna fish and repeating a mysterious chant. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Suddenly, the island began to tremble. Crashing through the thick forest came the most frightening creature ever known to mouse kind, the mighty Cat Kong. Meowing and hissing ferociously, the colossal cat took 3 giant kitty steps and tripped over the tuna fish can. Clunk! Cat Kong bumped his head on the ground and was knocked out cold. If only we could bring him back to the city with us, said Dr. Varmint. No, replied Rosie Rodent. It would be wrong to take this creature away from its natural habitat to just satisfy our scientific curiosity. Forget science, squeaked Dr. Varmint. Think of the money we could make. So the 3 explorers wrapped Cat Kong in a giant burlap bag and tied him tightly to the ship. As they sailed back to the great city of Mousopolis, they took special care not to let the cat out of the bag. How'd you like that pun? Cat out of the bag? Several days later in downtown Mousopolis, Dr. Varmint unveiled his discovery to a sold-out crowd. Ladies and gentlemice, he squeaked, I give you Cat Kong, the 9-lived wonder of the world. The audience cheered. Cat Kong, however, was not amused. The towering tomcat hissed and meowed wildly. Do not be afraid, Dr. Varmint told the crowd. There is no way that this creature can escape. What do you think? You think he can escape this? Let's find out. I repeat, there is no way this creature can escape. Well, actually, I could be wrong about that. Uh-oh. Soon, the city of Mousopolis was in a panic. The ferocious feline tore through the streets, knocking down buildings, ripping out power lines, and generally causing quite a ruckus. Captain Charles Limburger rushed off to organize a counterattack team, while the beautiful Rosie rodent watched the destruction from her apartment window. Right here. "Help!" cried the engineer. "The cat's got my train!" "Help!" squeaked the butcher. "The cat's got my tongue!" Get it? Cat's got my tongue. "Help!" shrieked Rosie. "The cat's got me!" Uh-oh. I wonder what's going to happen to Rosie. You know how cats like mice. Soon, the crazed cat was heading straight for the top of the Romano Inn, with the beautiful Rosie tailing behind. A fleet of airplanes quickly flew into action, but their weapons were useless against the meowing menace. It seemed as if nothing could stop the terrifying Cat Kong. Then, suddenly, a squeaking ray of hope rocketed through the thick clouds of gloom and despair. Captain Charles Limburger to the rescue! Captain Limburger had a plan. He swooped close to Cat Kong and held out a red package tied with gold ribbons. What do you think is in that red package? "Hey, Cat!" he shouted. "Look what I've got!" He circled again and again, shooting. "You'll never guess what's in the package." Cat Kong stared intensely at the red package. With each passing second, the colossal kitty's interest grew and grew. Finally, Cat Kong could stand it no longer. He had to find out what was inside that package. With one swift paw, the puzzled pussycat reached out for the red package and lost his balance. Meow! See him falling off the building as he yells meow? When the dust settled, a crowd of mice gathered to view the final resting place of the mighty Cat Kong. "He's fallen," said one mouse. "And he can't get up," said another. "Well," said the chief of police, "it looks as if Beauty has killed the beast." "No," said Dr. Varmint, as he looked sadly into the glowing red horizon. "It was curiosity that killed the cat." The end. Cat Kong is a fiction book. It means it's not true. It's all made up. When Dav Pilkey wrote this, he modeled it after a story that was written called King Kong back in 1932, I believe. And that book was turned into a movie, which became a blockbuster hit. And Cat Kong, the cat, is just like the gorilla in King Kong. And the animals are just like the people in King Kong. Like he said, no animals were hurt in the making of this book. It was all made up. And it was a fun story, full of a lot of puns. I hope that you enjoyed the story as much as I did. Thank you for watching as we read Cat Kong. And remember to keep watching the other STPPS videos, just like this one, on STPPS TV or on our website at stpsb.org. Keep learning and keep reading. And now for a message from my puppy, Burrow. Burrow says, keep learning and keep reading. Tell him, Burrow.